left all this garbage on the steps of Congress.
I'm not garbage. I'm an amendment to be. Yes, an amendment to be. And I'm hoping that they'll ratify me. There's a lot of flag burners who have got too much freedom. I want to make it legal for policemen to beat them, cause there's limits to our liberties. At least I hope and pray that there are, cause those liberal freaks go too far.
Well, why can't we just make a law against flag burning?
Because that law would be unconstitutional. But if we change the Constitution...
Then we could make all sorts of crazy laws.
Now you're catching on.
What if people say you're not good enough to be in the Constitution?
Then I'll crush all opposition to me.
Good news, Amendment. They ratified ya. You're in the U.S. Constitution.
Oh, yeah. Doors open, boys.
So it's true.
Tonight, the crisis at the Capitol. Supporters of President Trump stormed the complex. The angry mob burst through barricades and police while Congress was in session. One person has died and multiple injuries have been reported.
Gentlemen, I'm sorry I got to take this a step further. The two passengers we need to remove from the airplane are refusing to do that, and we can resolve this easily, but at this point I have to ask everyone to leave the airplane.
Oh my God.
Take your IDs and your boarding passes.
This is the lady who was seen in the other video comforting the crying toddler guy who was kicked off a flight.
Freedom of speech?
They're all on the no-fly list for being radical white terrorists.
Get off the plane. Get off the plane. You called yourself for what you did, man. Get out.
Kick these people off the plane because they support President Trump. And you got all these fucktards standing around doing nothing. 30 cops over here. Rest of them going everywhere. All these police everywhere. Because they were waiting for these people to get put off the plane because they support President Trump. How you doing? It's crazy. This is crazy.
So I said Trump 2020. No, I don't know her. She said she doesn't have any way to get home.
She's fine. She's fine. I'm sitting here with her.
He's America's greatest man. Donald Trump's the greatest president this country's ever had.
Ever. The greatest one we'll ever have. All these police hang around. There was 30 cops here a few seconds ago.
Every single one of you. But this is what they do to us. They kick me off the plane. They call me a fucking terrorist. And they want to fucking ruin my life.
Sir, please calm down. I was just talking to Delta earlier.
Hey, officer, what is she going to do with her kids? Can you just answer her? We got this, okay? This is not our first time arresting people who have kids on set. We got this. Thank you for your concern, though. We got this. Thank you for your concern.
I have 3 minor children. Please record it.
Yeah, we got somebody to
everywhere.
take care of them. We got somebody to come take
My
care of
children
them.
are not going to any facility.
No problem. How many you have? How many is it?
I have 4 children here.
Okay.
Hi guys, this is a very, very important short video. I just want you to know that President Trump signed the Insurrection Act last night, about midnight. The flag has been lowered at the Capitol, not because of the police officer that was killed or the other one that committed suicide. What it means when those were flying at half staff. What it means when the flag is lowered is that the president has left the White House and that the Insurrection Act has been called. The military is taking over. That would be General Flynn, who is being left in charge.
All right, now to that extraordinary rebuke from top military leaders pushing back against the talk of imposing martial law that's reportedly swirling inside the Trump White House. The Secretary of the Army and the Army Chief of Staff having to release a joint statement saying in part, quote, there is no role for the U.S. military in determining the outcome of an American election. It is remarkable that military officials are even having to say this, but that is the response after multiple reports. Trump asked about the option on Friday during an Oval Office meeting about overturning the election. Trump says the reporting is wrong. One person attending Friday's meeting was Trump's former national security advisor, Michael Flynn. Now, the day before that meeting, this is what Flynn said. Watch.
He could immediately, on his order, seize every single one of these machines around the country on his order. Within the swing states, if he wanted to, he could take military capabilities and basically rerun an election in each of those states. I mean, it's not unprecedented. I mean, these people out there talking about martial law, it's like it's something that we've never done. Martial law has been instituted 64 times.
POTUS is in a secure location, and his family. We must pray for our president and pray for our country. All hell is breaking loose. Antifa are marching in large numbers in New York City and San Diego and a few other places. Sorry, I'm a little shaky. If you haven't gone out and gotten cash, please go out and do so. We may lose power. If you haven't gotten out and gotten some canned foods and supplies in case of a lot of things going down, do so. Make sure you have stuff that is ready to eat just in case the power goes out. After mentioning President Trump once, and they wouldn't give me any answers except that I was too loud or rude. Same script. And so let me tell you, they'll come after you if they know you're a Trump supporter. So please stay safe.
Let me show you what's happening here in D.C. real quick. So this is a temporary power plant. It's like it's a big one too. There's huge generators inside there, diesel generators. This is their infrastructure in terms of their connections. Now, if you look at the distance here, try to get in on it. There's another 2 more big ones there, and then this is the whole National Mall's fenced in. There's more temporary power here, same size as the one I'm standing at. If you can see it right there. So something big's getting ready to happen. We're not really sure. Here's the cables going in. They're over here coming around this thing. We have no idea what this is going to power up. But they got these huge generators on both sides. So right here, there's one that's the same size as this one right here. And that's going to power up this little section of the mall. Because you can see there's the fence. And that fence is right there. Kind of see it? So those 2 generators are going to be used just for this little area, probably 5 acres of land. So anyway.
According to several reports on social media, the Vatican, a city-state surrounded by Rome, Italy, is facing a blackout. Initially, the news about Vatican blackout was reported after a live stream was spotted on a YouTube channel of Vatican News. The Vatican News is a verified YouTube channel that posts news and reports about the Pope and the Holy City. Officially, there is no confirmation of what has caused Vatican City to go into a blackout. Some reports on social media cite technical power outage, while several users are quoting a conspiracy theory that says, Vatican and blackout after affidavit was leaked of the Italians' involvement in U.S. election interference. However, Vatican City is not the only place that has been reported to hit by a blackout.
Their chief motto is order out of chaos. The right plans a mob raid. The left screams insurrection, evoke the 25th. The right comes back with Insurrection Act, can't evoke the 25th. The left incites Black Lives Matter, Antifa to protest. The right comes back with military. Blackout, bodies hit the ground, lives lost in the dark, laws are passed, freedoms are lost, checkmate. Where you think the Simpsons get their planned predictions? The Cipher, the books every Christian church does not teach, so you can walk blindly into chaos unprepared. Behold, says Yahuwah, I will bring plagues upon the world, sword, famine, death, and destruction. From the month of September, October, and November, I put together a couple of videos talking about the election, talking about the process, and talking about how it was going to add up like a house beat, where the beat right now is about to drop. And you're asking, why would they do all of this? Well, they won't take your freedoms outright. They have to leverage you. They have to use your emotion against you from the right to the left, to the left to the right. And all they doing is like a pendulum. They swinging it back and forth. So when one side causes the problem, causes the chaos, they come out of the other side with the order. And they'll just move it back and forth until you give up all your freedoms. And this is what you're seeing right now. And that's why I said in the last video, do not participate in none of that Antifa and none of the Black Lives Matter emotional trauma. Do not get involved with it, because they want you to go into that Capitol with the lights off and get maimed, injured, or even killed. This is what they're setting themselves up for. The blackout in Rome and Pakistan, that's just pre-warning you. That's predictive programming you. So you get, it must be happening everywhere. And then when it happens in United States, which it will, you would take it as, it's just like everywhere else. But I'm telling you, just be safe and be careful, because these things are biblical prophecies unfolding in your faith.